Welcome to episode 198.
Yeah.
198. We're almost at 200.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. If you want to support us, Patreon, that is where it's at. Please sign up for the Discord. $5 a month. Too easy. It keeps the lights on. It keeps us in here.
Keeps the booze flowing.
Keeps the booze flowing. Keeps the Hep C away. I've been struggling with it, but we're here. Thank you so much. Anyway, the boys are back. Dom's out of town.
Doing mushrooms in the desert.
Yes. Is that what he's doing, actually?
Probably.
Oh, I was going to say, really?
Nah, he's doing something more illegal than that.
Oh, probably.
Scoop's like, he didn't invite me?
I don't know, stealing a boat or something and I get no invite?
Right.
This fucking guy. Anyway, we have a guest today.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
Silvia Saige, welcome.
Hello, hi. I don't know where to look, but
You don't have to. Just look at us. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay, great.
Look at me in the eyes.
You have your own podcast right now, and you are, from what I heard, retired porn star?
that is incorrect.
Oh.
I actually haven't worked for like studios since March, but that's because I was having some medical issues with my vagina. So I had to solve that mystery first. And then I got my nose done. So that has been the only thing keeping me from working in studios again. But I will be back. I'll just really raise my rate.
Oh, wow.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got a nose job, so you come back.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that
Yeah,
shit.
they broke my vagina the first time, so I had to fix that. So now I've got to fix vagina.
When you say broken vagina, I mean,
Like
you don't
a
have to
flat
go
tire?
into details if you don't want, but like, who did it?
I think it's more just like, the amount of miles you put on it. I think I was just due for like a change.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, a little oil change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that analogy.
It's like an 89 BMW. You blew the engine and now you gotta replace it.
I basically did. I just had to like take some time away, just like let it rest, and I'm like, I'm ready to be back.
So now, were these two things connected? Like your vagina car crash or whatever? Like, was this the accident? Did that happen? You're like, all right, I gotta take a break, so I'm also gonna get a nose job.
I already wanted to do my nose like years ago. And actually before COVID, I had started interviewing doctors, but then obviously COVID hit and stopped the fucking world for 2 years. So it wasn't until after COVID I could go back and start applying for, not applying for plastic surgery. That's weird. But you interview doctors.
Sure, yeah.
I interviewed 5 doctors before I found the guy I actually wanted to use.
Yeah, you don't want some weirdo who's gonna butcher your face.
Or an ass. Like I had one guy that was just like the worst bedside manner ever. Like I was offended sitting in his office, and I was like, this is not
That's
my
so
guy.
weird, yeah.
It's all about vibes, man.
Seriously.
Are you talking with friends who have had no jobs and everybody's giving references and stuff like that? Are you just hitting up Google and
I did both.
TaskRabbit and shit like that?
Yeah, I trusted TaskRabbit.
Wish.com.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. $20 for a nose job? All right, let's check it out.
No, I did both. I had some friends that had gotten their nose done that I liked, and so I checked out their doctors. But I also just honestly Googled, and I Googled the best rhinoplasty surgeons, and I found a guy who's been voted best rhinoplasty 4 years in a row. So that was this is my guy.
So
that's gotta be scary.
The one with terrible bedside manner, was that a referral from a friend?
It was.
Do you look at your friend differently after that?
No, I look at the doctor differently.
Yeah, because he could have just been creeping on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe
It could be a case by case too, because that's what happened to my girlfriend with her boob job. She had multiple friends that were like, this doctor is the shit for boobs, and then not she's not happy with her tits, but it's she thought they would be a little bit better in certain ways. I'm not going to go into it, but it might be case by case. I don't know. We'll bring it on the podcast.
Yeah. Show me photos.
I think they're great. I love them, but she's after 10 years of having a boob job, you're supposed to get them replaced.
Yes.
And my girl's like, I'm taking them out. I'll get
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah,
10 years.
I'm sitting at 12 with mine, and you can tell.
Wait.
They are fucked.
What,
How so?
they start hanging, you see the shape of them, or?
No. So mine, basically, they're under the muscle. And, well, for one, I work out a lot, and every doctor has kind of said the same thing. If I'm going to continue doing push-ups and shit like that, which I do, and I'm not ever going to stop, that it will be the same no matter what tits I get, because I'm too small to go over the muscle, and under the muscle, they separate from your muscle. So right now, when I flex, my my actual old tit, which was just like a nipple, it just like bounces up like away from the implant. So it's like my implant is here and my nipple just like goes.
So it's kind of it's kind of like a lazy eye.
Yes, but
lazy nip, dude.
But only when I flex. Only when I flex.
Whoa, that's
Like
crazy.
it literally jumps. It's so weird.
I love your little.
You know how dudes do like the boo flex or whatever. Like you can do that.
Yes, totally. But it's just nipples jumping.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, that could be your signature. Keep it.
Yeah.
That could be your thing.
Have you ever guys wear a wetsuit and it's so tight that it pushes one of your fucking testicles up inside you?
No.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
I've never put a wetsuit on.
Okay, all right. Well, Alex
I
doesn't
wore
know.
a wetsuit, but I didn't get that.
Yeah, well, I don't. Maybe there's some surfers out there. I've surfed like 3 or 4 times, so I'm basically a pro now. But I've worn a full body wetsuit, and it was so tight. And when you go in the water, the pressure pushes on your body. And I've gotten out, and sometimes it's like pushed one of my testes up inside of me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's where they should be anyway.
For real,
I've
they
been saying
should
this
be.
for
They'd be
years.
safer.
I know.
Way safer.
I'm so jealous of if women got it all tucked in nice and
It
neat.
literally
Not all
doesn't.
women have it tucked
True.
in.
Oh, the labia crew.
Nothing better than a big labia, though. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just a big Zoidberg fucking flopping around.
I've definitely tossed a few around. I'm like, look at this. Side to side.
Windshield wiper.
What's that little
Yeah.
squirrel? The flying squirrel?
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to like wear my head like a hat.
I've not that my balls, but I've seen balls do that.
Yeah,
Actually.
and not even in wetsuits, just like
Yeah,
sex
just
and stuff.
regular.
Yeah. It happens
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's giving me a blowjob. It'll pop up in there. I'm
Yeah.
like, babe,
Wait, like,
fix it.
I've
You gotta
never heard of
lava.
this.
You gotta lava
I'll
lamp
show you
them back
later.
out. Yeah.
What'd you say?
You gotta like lava lamp them back out. You know, just
Yes,
like dig up and
she
it just like
knows.
plops down. Yeah.
What in the fuck?
Hey, she fucks.
I've been around dicks
Yeah.
a lot.
I've seen some wieners in my day.
Yeah.
Dicks are fucking weird.
I love them. I think they're so fun.
They're cool. They're
Yeah,
alright.
they're
You
great.
think that, but then you go in a men's locker room and you might think,
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably seeing cream of the crop.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're seeing the upper echelon
Yeah,
of wieners.
that's true. She's
You're not
probably
seeing
seen
dad wieners.
Yeah.
Grandpa wieners.
You haven't seen that one where it's like literally just the head poking out of the bush.
Oh, I've seen that. I have seen that. Yes, I have. Do you know how many men send me pictures of their dick like,
True,
on a
yeah,
daily
true.
basis? Yeah. I literally charge people to send me pictures of their dicks and let them tell me. I tell them like
is
good
it
or
like
bad.
rate a
or
wiener?
Like dick
Rate 'em.
ratings or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this before with someone.
Yeah.
Wait.
So how honest are you, like, for real, when you do this? Are you trying to like pump them up and like give them a little self-esteem, or are you like really tearing them down?
I'm a nice cock reader. I honestly am. I don't.
Cock reader.
So you're
yes.
so you're
Cock reader.
untrustworthy.
No, I'm not even untrustworthy. I will tell you like what is good and bad about it, but I won't go below a certain number because I don't want to hurt anybody's like true ego,
Yeah,
you know? But I'll tell you like, hey, your bush is too long. Hey, don't have a toilet in your photo. Like, you know, like
Oh, she's doing
This is
God's
I'll
good
work.
tell you
advice,
all
though.
the shit.
This is
you
good
know?
advice, though.
And I'll
Yeah.
tell them why they're missing points. I'll be like, you have a 7 and here is why.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay,
blah.
so it's more of a
Yeah.
critique than a rate.
Yes, and how to
Okay.
do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. You're doing God's work
Thank
right
you.
there.
I really think so.
Yeah, no, that's cool. You're helping
Yeah.
guys out, and
Yeah.
then I'm sure there are some guys that want to be like,
Yeah, they want to be humiliated.
yes, yeah,
There
yeah.
are.
So it's like
There
you're a
definitely
fucking
are.
2, homie, but you got to watch it. It's probably a balancing act because you want guys to be like kind of stoked a little bit. Like if you see it, you're like, that's a solid 5. But I'm gonna tell him a 7 because he might come back
Yeah.
and pay you more and be like,
Yeah.
hey, look at this one, look at my butthole. I don't know.
But if they want to be dick shamed, they usually tell you ahead of time.
Got it.
Yeah. And it's usually, I hate to say it, but it's a very Asian culture thing. Like they,
Interesting.
because they already know they have the smaller penises like out of nature. And so they're just like, tell me about it, you know? Like
All
just-
of our Asian fans just fucking
Yeah.
subscribe to Patreon. Thanks a lot, Sylvia.
They're like, this bitch.
This fuck.
And they just were just gonna hate comments like she fucking said.
How'd she know that? CIA? FBI?
She's like, I'm hung deep. This bitch.
I did have sex with like the Asian, like basically like the Asian dread, you know? Like dread is the biggest dick in our porn, just so you know.
Wait, what? Dread?
I
What's
know.
that?
I was literally like,
Yeah, what
oh,
does that
Is-
mean?
is
What
an
does that
industry
mean?
term?
Dread
Yeah.
is an actual man who
Yeah.
works
Okay.
in pornography, and he has like a 14-inch like thick fucking.
that's
cock.
not even
Yeah.
serviceable.
Yeah,
No,
that
it's not.
sucks.
Sylvia.
That's terrible.
Sylvia. Is he black?
Of course.
Damn.
Of course.
You're goddamn
Can we just get
right.
one for the white man?
No.
One 14-incher?
You can't have one.
Hey, all the Jews got was Ron Jeremy, and he ended up being a creep.
He's so gross. He's so disgusting. But so they had this like this team fly over, and it was like all this like Asian. This was like the biggest Asian of like all Asians.
This is like when Yao Ming came to the NBA.
Yes. But his dick was very like average white dude. Do you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So-
But
I
for
know
him, it was
exactly what
huge.
you're
yeah.
saying.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Wow, wait, so he like flew over with the team.
Yes.
He's
yeah.
This is the best the Chinese government can
Yeah.
engineer.
He's like, look what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
like, I need a team.
Yeah, he's like their big porn guy. Like,
He's like, I'm big in Japan. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's where that came from.
Right.
Got it. All right. All right.
I need to move to Japan.
Also, that was some of
Bro.
the weirdest stuff I've ever filmed. Also,
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Like dark weird or just weird?
dark weird.
Dark weird.
Like-
They
yeah.
like put like tentacles up my pussy. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
I've seen
alright.
some of that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a little
tentacle-
bit shocking culturally.
Yes.
You know, for me, I'm like, I mean, I'm not a huge porn guy, but yeah, I mean, everyone watches porn. But
Yeah.
but that stuff, it's like
It was
it's like
it was a
shocking.
lot.
You're like, what are we doing?
That whole like
Yeah.
tentacle dildo thing is like becoming a big trend.
Yeah, it did not feel like
It looks
sex.
fucking
it was
weird,
awkward.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was very awkward.
Yeah.
I was very new.
But then how does that go too? I mean, you know, just like logistically for your body and like how does that go when you're obviously not into it? You're like,
Yeah.
this is fucking weird.
Well, that's like most of the stuff I do.
Oh, that's kind of sad, though, you know?
No, I mean, like, for the thing is that I work in MILF porn. So, like, I'm everyone's fucking mom. I'm everyone's teacher.
Did
Like,
you automatically get put in that?
yeah, because I started at 30. I started porn at
So
30
obviously,
years old.
obviously you'd have like 6 kids at that
I know.
point.
Yeah.
So.
I know MILF 30.
Yeah.
But that's like nowadays, like women will post like on like their IG or their OnlyFans and shit like that. They'll be like, oh, like, you know, MILF, blah, blah, they're like 23 with a kid. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're just a young mom.
Yeah.
She starts doing porn when she's 30, and they're like, how do you feel about grandma porn? She's like, really? Are you fucking joking right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you automatically got inducted as MILF
Oh,
porn.
day one.
Wow.
Like, yeah, day one. They were like, you won't shoot anything else. Like,
Which
they basically
actually,
just, like,
I
told
feel
you.
like is fucking great.
It is
I think
great.
everyone loves
Well, you
that.
get more longevity from it. Like,
It is the #1 searched thing on Pornhub.
So way
Like,
more
Really?
profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And honestly, like, it was hard in the beginning because the MILFs have such power. Like, the MILFs that are big are fucking huge. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it took a while to, like, build up to their level, but
Yeah.
now I'm, you know,
Yeah.
ranked with all
Doing
the
your
top
shit.
to
Yeah, yeah.
MILFs.
how
everywhere,
many of them
you know?
actually have kids? That's the real question.
Almost none.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
More lies from big media.
Alex's dreams just fucking
Yeah.
out the door.
You need them to have children.
I know.
Yeah,
I need
he's
the
a-
real deal.
He's the weird one out of the group. He's the fucking weird one.
He's a writer. He needs the whole story. He needs the
I
whole
need it all. Sell it all.
He's the guy
Yeah.
that zooms in on the video in the background, like, what books is she
Yeah,
reading?
yeah.
What books are on the shelf?
But see,
That's not a real apartment. That's a studio.
but I'm not into that. I don't want to be called mommy. Like, in fact,
yeah.
the dude I fuck is 52. Like, I like an older man. Like,
Yeah.
I like to be dominated. So I'm not into it when I'm the domineering
Yeah.
one. Like, that's just not my style.
Got
you
it.
know?
Got it.
Yeah, and then you still have to. I mean, it's your job, so you have to
Yeah.
like perform. It is what it
And
is,
I gotta
guess,
say
but-
some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
put mommy's titties in your mouth. Like nobody wants to say that. I don't want to fucking say that.
That sounded
It
kind of
is.
nice. I hadn't even thought about this. I like being domineering, but now when you said that, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to change my searches.
His fucking face just lit up. Like you said, put mommy's titties here. I was scoop it.
I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Yes, I would like to do that.
That was good. Oh, shit.
And then you were telling me earlier about your stepbrother.
Shit. Oh my god, yeah. So I did. I fucked my actual stepbrother.
Congratulations.
22 years ago, though. We were literally teenagers, and our
Oh, you
parents-
didn't get paid for it?
No, my real stepbrother.
Oh.
In real life, I was a kid. He was 17. I was 19. Our parents met and married within 3 weeks of knowing each other. And then they brought me around my stepbrother, and they were like, "You two go out and like get to know each other." And
Roger that.
yeah. We both had fake IDs. We went out drinking. And,
Oh, that actually sounds like a great fucking time, though. You know?
It was a great time.
Legit, like that sounds awesome.
I mean, am I weird to say that's hot?
That's like the male fantasy, isn't it?
Well, the thing,
kind of.
I mean, in perspective, though, it's not like you guys grew up together.
No,
you don't
we
even
just
know this
met
person.
each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys both have fake IDs. You're like, this marriage ain't gonna last.
Yeah.
I feel like
No.
I feel like the
Absolutely.
reverse would be unacceptable though. Like if I was like dating a girl and then my dad met her mom and started stooping her,
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be pissed.
my dad fucked like all my friends' moms growing up, like all of them.
He's got a piece on him.
Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
got a fucking big dick.
Yep.
My dad definitely like pulled all the fucking ladies. I remember one time I was sitting in our kitchen table with like my very best friend, and like my obviously dad's room was upstairs, and down the stairs comes her mom, which we never knew were hooking up, right? And then my dad, and then some random chick from the bar.
Yes.
Wow.
And my dad didn't say shit. He just looked at me. He kind of went like a head nod and then walked right out the front door. And we never discussed it, but I was
Put
like,
daddy's dick in your mouth.
Yeah, players play.
.com.
They just do what they do. He just walked out. This is what I do.
yeah. And I was like, that was your mom. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, who was that other chick? I'm like, no fucking idea. But how fucked up is it that our parents are like three-way banging upstairs?
Love
Wow.
it.
So
and he's religious.
No, not my dad. My mom is.
Okay,
Yeah. Not my dad. Yeah. My
So-
dad doesn't even know who Jesus is. It's
You're, he doesn't need to. He sounds like a dopey. So you and your stepbrother.
back to this.
What was like? Yeah, I just need to get. I need this in my head.
Yeah.
So was this one night? This is like literally
One
the first
time.
time you guys met, and then it was like
Yeah.
your parents were like, "Hey, go out and have a good time." They
Yeah.
didn't even think like,
No.
you know, don't fuck each other.
Yeah.
You know. And you guys were. Did you kind of have? Obviously, you guys found each other a little bit attractive,
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
And did you think like maybe something was gonna happen?
I mean, I will say, like, once I started fucking, it was like Pringles for me. I was like, can't fucking stop, you know?
Oh, okay. So you weren't a virgin at this time.
Yeah, I was pretty raring to go like all the time. So, and I used to play a game also. This sounds so bad.
Hungry hippos.
Yeah, let's do it.
But before my mom got married, she used to live like right outside of a college town, and I didn't know anybody, and I was like, I would just wander into town and I would just go literally walking the streets looking for like a college party, because you can tell like when they're like a big party going on, and I would just wander into the party, and then like it was always my point to like find the hottest guy and fuck him, and that was always like that was my game. I was like, I'm just gonna
Like
go
a challenge?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the hottest guy.
That
and
sounds
that's the
like
guy I'm
fucking
gonna fuck.
fun.
Yeah.
But now I'm understanding the whole like mileage on your pussy thing.
Yeah,
now I get, okay, it's all making sense. The oil change, 2021.
Yeah.
Let's get this shit checked.
Don't tell Geico. This isn't work related.
I've just always known like that, you know, I have the ability to fuck whoever I want, and I've used it. I have used my superpower very well.
The power of the pussy is the
it's
real thing.
insane. It
But
really is.
even that walking into a party thing, it's so fucking fun.
It
And then
is.
when you meet a bunch of people,
Yes.
you have to kind of figure it out. So it's kind of like this thing where you got to like, I got to figure out who has the
Who's the
house.
party? Yeah,
like
yeah,
who
yeah,
is
yeah.
who, like what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I need to present myself that I'm not a threat, or at least I do.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not a threat. I'm just here to party, and everything's cool. Everyone's nice. It's all good. But it's so fun though.
Yeah.
That's that used to be one of my favorite things to do. Just walk into a party and see
Especially
what
in
happens.
a college town, because nobody knows who's showing up anyway.
Yep.
They didn't know I wasn't in college.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was 17 years old.
Yeah, she's
you
like, I
know?
was 12. Like, okay, all right.
Like, hey, who's got the liquor? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, all right, get out of here.
Yeah.
So, not to be a creep, let's go back to your stepbrother. I'm just trying to finish the story here.
I'm just thinking if I have a daughter, I'm never raising her in a college town.
Right?
No, I will say the most fucked up part about fucking my stepbrother is, it happened like when we were kids. It was one night only. We never ever hooked up again. But now our parents have been married for 22 years.
Holy shit, yeah.
He's been.
That's a good marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
That's
He-
a long ass time.
My stepbrother got married. He's had 6 kids, you know? Like, I still see them every Thanksgiving, you know, every Christmas, every
It ends
Easter.
up nice. That's a
you
good
know?
story at the end of the day.
Give it all a nice little wink to stepbro.
Yeah.
Straight
Merry
up.
Christmas.
Dude,
Only he and I know.
The thing is, you would
Oh,
like.
wow. That's
Yeah.
really hot, too.
Well,
You would
more.
like, but you would never suspect it. You know what I mean? Like, Like no woman's getting that jealous thought of like, oh, he probably fucked his stepsister.
Oh, that's so true though.
But honestly though, after 22 years, I mean, like if I think back 22 years, that's not even the same. I don't even know that person.
Yeah. I was at 17 years old.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like I couldn't remember my thoughts. I don't remember what I look like really. Yeah. Like it's not the same thing. Same. Not gonna lie.
That's wild. That's fucking wild. I wasn't expecting the parents being together still. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So fucked up.
Well, you guys saw that story I sent you, right? About what's his name? Scoop, you know his name.
I was gonna say Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates.
Yeah. He was on some talk show recently, and you said he's been doing it for years, right?
He's talked about this for years. I think he's fucked multiple of his cousins, like his actual cousins. Yeah.
And he brags about it.
He brags about it, and the thing that's so weird, and I think it's maybe because he's from the South or something.
I was just about to ask you where you're from.
He's from like Louisiana, right?
Yeah. But then like all the comments underneath, there'll be a post of him talking about it, and then straight up, hey, if you look at the camera, I'm black. It's all black dudes, all going like, yeah, like it is what it is. Like basically, like yeah, you fuck your cousin, like.
That ain't okay. It is not what it is.
Holes are not always holes.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is coming from Scoop. Oh wow, holes are not.
Fam, what? I'm gonna fuck my mom?
What happened to the old
aren't
Scoop?
Holes.
Holes, like give me a hole.
He was saying like one of his relatives pulled him aside and was like, hey, like it's your cousin. He's like, I can't stop now.
Oh,
like, what?
Well, once you already,
once you've already done the deed.
And he's doing her doggy style. It's like, bro, stop. He's like, I'm inside, homie. I'm inside.
A second cousin, maybe.
No.
No, I think second cousins are good to go, right?
No.
I mean, it's still a little weird for the. Okay, my bad. No, not good.
No, I got second cousins. No.
So let's explain what a second cousin is, though.
So like,
just so we're on the same page.
Like my mom's cousin's kids.
Yeah, it's not that far removed.
Yeah,
that's pretty removed.
That's pretty fucking removed.
No, but hold on.
We all have the same grandparents.
Not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm saying that's pretty fucking removed.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you have the same grandparents.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
But the thing is, if you didn't grow up at that I'm not saying it's good to go. But
I mean, there's got to be people who have like gotten married and then found out later that they were siblings.
Bro, there's people that have gotten married that are first cousins.
Wait. No. Question. So wait, because I always thought too, okay, if let's say my grandfather has a brother and then those down the line and we're all the same age, what cousin? Is that a third cousin? I thought that was a second cousin.
No, second cousin is your parents' cousin's kids.
You're saying what she said is a third cousin?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I think what you're saying is a third.
That's a third cousin.
I mean, we're all kind of cousins if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all just
good to go.
It's true.
Turn off the cameras.
Call my sister.
Daddy, put your dick in my.
That is so fucked up. I hope you don't even have a sister after that. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah. I was like, I have a brother. I couldn't even make those words.
Could you imagine if I had a sister and she looked just like me? What a fucking nightmare. Hey, 6'6".
She could be making
300 pounds.
She could be making
big old titties.
Give me that dick.
Give me that dick. She could be making $20,000 a year in the WNBA.
For sure. Oh, man,
sad.
Tasteless.
My poor sister.
That's funny.
Did you guys hear though? Elon Musk's dad. He was fucking the child he raised.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
That seems to be going. Seems to be going around.
Wait, since she was 4.
Since she was 4.
That's the old Woody Allen maneuver.
And then he had 2 babies with her.
Yeah.
So it was a baby he raised, and then when she got old enough, he was like, time to fuck.
I know it's not illegal, but you should still be arrested.
No, it's weird. It's just weird. It's just really fucking weird. I think people look down on it.
How do you ever show your face in public again after that?
Straight up, no joke, straight to jail. I mean, there's something like, dude, when she's 12, you're looking at her like she's becoming a woman,
right?
Like,
what if he didn't? What if he wasn't? I'm not like standing behind this guy. I'm just saying there's situations where
Shoney's working through something right now.
Shut the fuck up. What? Maybe he raised her and then something happened. Who knows? The world's crazy.
What? She got titties?
Puberty, baby. Hell of a thing. I mean, I don't know. When did they actually start having sex? When did he knock her up? How old was she?
And I think in her like 20s because she's not old.
Her 18th
like she's still really young.
I thought maybe like she's in her 30s and 40s
but
now.
Even still, I don't know.
Even still doesn't matter to me.
Too weird, right?
Because like I have like godchildren, like, and I can't even imagine like like watching my godchildren like grow up, and like they have no relation to me. They didn't even grow up in my home, but because I've been at every birthday, I've wiped their asses.
That's
You know
family.
what I'm saying?
That's
like
family,
that's fucking family.
Yeah.
Like to have them grow up and be like, like no, I fucking no.
Hey, hitting puberty, get some chest hair there, little Timmy. Hey.
So not okay.
I see your balls are dropping. Ooh.
Yeah.
His voice cracks. She's like, oh.
Put these in your mouth.
Put Auntie's titty. Oh, I can't.
Put these in your
I
mouth.
can't.
Cockeyed titties.
Cockeyed nips, just.
Yeah, it's only the nipples. Only the nipples.
Yeah, sorry,
jump
not
up.
titties.
Yeah.
I didn't mean disrespect.
Yeah.
Just the nips.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know. I heard about that story. I didn't know that he raised.
Yeah, raised her whole life. I mean,
That's weird.
I
It's really
can't.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's like some grooming shit.
Yes,
it's straight
that's
grooming.
exactly what it is.
Straight up. Yeah. Straight up.
100%.
I heard the same situation like that, but it was a porn director, producer, or something. He was a guy in the industry. He like ran a lot of shit, and he remembers he had a friend, and his daughter was like 12. And he says on camera, he's like, ever since I saw her at 12, I was like, she's going to be fucking hot. We better get her in the industry.
Oh,
yeah. And he was like, but he was trying to like justify it, like, but I didn't do anything. And then right when she turned 18, and then she's standing right next to him, and she's like, yeah, you know.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Yeah.
It's 18th birthday. You want to make some money?
Do you
Yeah.
know how many porn directors fucking scope high schools, though? It is so
that's
fucking
wild.
sick. They literally, I've had girls that I'm on set with, like, and I'm like, oh, how old are you? They're like, I just turned 18, like, last week. I'm like, how did you find out about porn? They're like, oh, they hit me up when I was 17. Wow. Like, just waiting for you to turn 18.
Like it's the NBA draft.
Right.
Hey, she puts the Pornhub hat on. She's like, hey, we're next. We got
I'm taking my talents to the internet.
Yeah.
Scarlett coming in.
Yes, so crazy. Like, I mean, I
yeah.
love porn, and it changed
Yeah,
my
yeah.
life for so many ways to the better. It made me a very wealthy woman, and I have zero regrets. But I got in at 30. Like, I went to
Right.
college. I got a
you're a
degree.
grown woman,
I
you
worked
know-
in,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
medicine for, like, 8 years. Like, I had a real life before I got into porn. So it wasn't like I didn't come in blind to anything. Like, also, I hate to say it, but they have no work ethic when they come in at 18. You're
Yeah.
like literally handing them hundreds of thousands of dollars a year,
It's
and they have
fast
no
money. Just
idea what
blow
to
it.
do.
Drugs and alcohol.
Exactly.
Literally blow
and
it.
that's exactly what they do. They're buying fucking $40,000 purses and
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
snorting up a bunch of cocaine.
But
that-
the biggest
but
thing is what you said. Hold on. The biggest thing is what you said is that you're a grown ass woman. If someone said something to you or did something, and you're like, "I'm not down with that,"
Yeah.
you're able to put your fucking
Yeah,
foot down.
100%.
When you're, and this is just not like women and but like dudes, it's hard for you when you're 18.
Yeah.
Like some grown adult is telling you to do something. You're like,
Yeah.
I guess we'll just do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just very.
It's 100%
Yeah,
that.
it's very weird.
And especially because these porn directors will move them into their fucking houses, like their apartments, give them rooms with like bunk beds. I'm not even
Grooming,
fucking
too.
kidding you.
Bunk
Yeah.
beds.
There
I mean,
are
that sounds
so-
kind of fun, but
there
whatever.
are so many. I
bunk
lived in a
beds.
porn house. Like there are porn houses everywhere
It's like
where
a
it's like
trap house
four
for
girls.
porn.
Yeah, it's like 4 girls to a room. They have bunk beds. Everybody shares a bathroom, and these directors just literally pimp them out of these fucking houses. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and these girls do everything they say.
I'm gonna need an address.
Yeah.
It's in Pacific Beach, Alex. You're close. You're close.
How do I get started in this? I got a pretty big living room. I can put a few bunk beds.
I can put 3 bunk beds.
Talking about business and being a very wealthy woman, your
Yeah.
hat, that's yours, yeah?
It's mine, yeah.
And those are for sale?
Yes, they are.
Where?
On my website,
Which is?
SilviaSageComedy.com.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
a dope hat. I like it.
Thank you. Appreciate
Good
it.
shit.
Yeah.
Like it.
I actually have a bunch of merch for the show after. So,
Nice.
is anybody doing the show with me? Am I just going alone to go do this? You guys are just the podcast people.
Wait, what?
Oh, so we
your
don't-
show tonight.
Yeah. Matt.
Oh, I was. I didn't even know.
Oh.
We're not. Yeah, I know about your show. I can't
okay.
go. I'm going, but we're not like part of the
Okay.
comedy show.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
thought it was
Something
like
else different
all
entirely.
connected.
No,
but
well,
okay.
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well,
through Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I
I
gotta
just
go to
thought
a
it was like
concert.
a part of it. Yeah.
I got to go to a concert. I would.
Oh,
go,
you thought
but-
you were obligated to be here?
Yeah. He was like,
That's what just happened. No, we're just selfish podcasters.
It'd
Sorry.
be the greatest thing ever. She's like, "Oh, what?" And she just stands up, grabs the shit.
I don't have to be here.
She's like,
you
"Oh,
guys."
fuck you, motherfuckers."
She's like, I left home early for this.
Yeah. Did we even have water for her or something? We have
Yeah,
water,
we
right?
do.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Just making
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
She brought her own beverages.
I
I mean,
Yeah.
I got like $20 in my wallet real quick.
I'm just kidding.
I got a question. You know, what's her name? Mia Khalifa.
I know of her. I don't know her personally.
Of her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I follow her on Instagram, and I've brought this up before on the podcast, but she's on this big kick now where she doesn't like anyone asking her about her porn, like the videos. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah. She gets mad. I've seen certain interviews where someone brings up, like they bring her on the show to talk about porn and stuff because that's what she's known for.
Right.
And she gets mad and she's like, no, like she'll like storm out and shit. And it's kind of fucked up because I think this, like, the only reason, I think one of the only reasons she's famous and a lot of people know about her is because of porn and because of the videos she did, but I don't think she likes that. So now she's like, I don't want to say she's
acting like she's better than.
Maybe. I don't think I could say that. I think you could say that. Yeah. But I do see it, and I was just wondering what you feel about that. Like something like the porn industry brings you up, and you don't like it, but you just got like, she's what, 8 million, 80 million? I don't know. But she's got a bunch of followers, and then she's like, I don't want to talk about porn. I want to do other things. More power to you.
Great, yeah,
More
do
power.
other things.
But don't be dissing the shit that brought you up. That's
100%.
what I think.
Like, I do other shit. Like, comedy is like my main total drive, but I 100% understand that that's not my fan base. Like, my fan base is for me fucking dudes. You know, like, that is it.
Thank you.
Like,
see, that's why I asked before this started, like, is there anything you don't want us to talk about? Because I respect that. But at the same time, you own it. You're like, this is why I'm here. 100%. You have other things to do, but I don't know. With Mia Khalifa, it's like, bro, just embrace it and just fucking move on and just make it part of your brand.
I can understand why you'd want to like not. Well, here's the thing: if every time you go somewhere and that's the only thing people in every interview, you're like, dude, I've been doing this podcast or like whatever for fucking 10 years.
I don't feel that way because honestly, like, it is your thing, like whatever your thing is, however you got famous, like that's what they want to talk about, like, I mean, and I totally understand that, you know, like you don't go do a press tour about a movie and be like, I don't want to talk about the movie, you know, like that's why you're fucking here,
I'm
man.
over that.
Like,
I'm over it.
Or like the 3 movies ago that you didn't like, you can't go like now.
Right. It's not like if Amber Heard or fucking Johnny ever work again, someone's not going to fucking bring that shit up. You know? Like, it happened. We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about that shit in the bed.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if either one of them will ever work again, but we'll see.
She really did shit in the bed?
You've got to think she did.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I've shit the bed, but not shit in the bed, if that makes sense.
Not like purposely?
No,
not like,
please explain.
I'm not like a goblin over the fucking bed and looking at my girlfriend like, don't look at me. You made me do this. Like, that's what it sounds like she did.
But wait, rewind. You've shit the bed.
Yeah. On a
just a little poop, like
on a first date.
Who hasn't?
On
really
a date?
bad one. On a first date.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I met this girl through a friend of a friend. She was this Armenian girl. I was in love with her. She was so gorgeous. And I was living in San Francisco, right outside of San Francisco at the time. She lived in the city. And we go on a first date. We go to sushi. We go dance. We have some drinks.
Damn.
And then, you know what? Let's get a hotel. Because I live outside the city. It's
Thank
a little
God
too
it was
far
a
away.
hotel and not her house.
Exactly. 100%.
Not like that makes it any better,
It
but
does make it a little better.
Yeah, when you're not the one washing the sheets, you're good.
don't worry about it.
My stomach is rumbling from that sushi. I don't know what's going on, but now we're like getting the hotel, and I'm like, oh, I'll just go shit in the lobby. Perfect, right? Yeah. Nice. Perfect. Not in the room. So perfect scenario. She goes up, I'll meet you in a minute. Let me grab some ice. Whatever. I go in there, I'm like the Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
It's just like so bad. But I feel way better. Yeah. Everything's all good. I go up to the room. We hook up. Now I fall asleep. And I have to ask, like, you guys have never thought in your head, I have to fart when you're sleeping. Like, you don't wake up.
Think about it.
You don't think about
it.
It just happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have this memory of me kind of waking up thinking, I have to fart. And then I just like, let it go. Like, it's all happening, And I shit.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't like kind of a shit. It was like, so we're back to back.
Like
this. Yeah.
I was going to say, what way is the artillery point?
We're both naked and we're back to back. We're both naked and back to back.
So you shit in her ass.
You literally blew her back out. Scoop, you blew her back out. Literally.
Dude. Okay, I have to explain how bad this was. So, as I'm shitting, it's coming out like soft serve, and I can't, like, when you're like this scenario, I actually can't stop it. Like, there's no like clench your butthole or like, And so I shit, and I sit up super quick, and I'm like, oh my God. And I just met this girl. My hands are on my head. I'm like, oh my God, I just shit on her. You know, like, this is all bad. So I stand up, and I'm like pacing through the hotel, like, fuck, what do I do? What do I wake her up?
You leave.
Well,
you leave.
But the thing is,
fuck it, leave.
I was set up between, you know, with mutual friends. So like, it's not like
she was gonna get
I
back
can't
to
just
you.
go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the night, you know, like Batman.
No.
Hey, he jumps out the window.
The real move is you wake up and you just go, "What'd you do?"
It was right by her ass.
So I take a quick shower, and then I come out. I'm like, well, I have to. In the shower, I'm like, I have to wake her up. Like, I have to tell her straight up.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I wake
Did you
her
at
up.
least attempt to try to like?
How
clean
did
her,
she
like-
not wake up?
I put a
I know,
towel
right?
over it. I put a big. Well, we were
Oh,
drinking
dude.
earlier. I put a big towel over it. You know,
Like,
so-
that's gonna fucking like,
He just put a newspaper over it.
Ma'am, would you rather see a towel or a fucking load right there? Like, you want to see a towel or a bunch of shit?
Scoop, I tell you what you do. man.
Usually you got to pay extra for that kind of action.
You go down to the lobby. And you find a fucking dog. And you just fucking
bring the
it
dog
out
up?
to your room and put it in the bed. Be like, what the fuck? Where'd this dog come from? It's just shit all over the bed. Problem solved.
But I had it covered. I woke her up, and I was like, hey, I have to tell you something really bad. And, like, you know, her face was like, oh, my God, did you just kill a homeless guy? You know, like, that's what people think when you just met somebody. I have to tell you something horrible, you know, like,
I have
oh, are you
AIDS.
going to murder me right
I
now?
was thinking like something fucked
right,
up like
yeah,
that.
And then be like, psych, but I just shit the bed.
Yeah. Honestly, you're like, it'd be preferable if I murdered somebody.
Exactly.
That might be an easier cleanup.
That would have worked, man. It's the old. It's the old one too, dude. You gotta do something that's really fucked up and then tell them the truth, and it's like it lessens the blow.
So how did it go? How did the
She woke up. I told her. She laughed. Like, she thought it was fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
She's all-
now they're married.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're married. No, but
Happily
we
married, 22
We
years.
ended up dating for like a couple years after that. Actually, yeah, it
Wow.
ended up being totally fine. Like, yeah, she's totally good with it.
If you really like someone, man, you know,
That's crazy.
super embarrassing.
let a little poop out.
Psych.
Wow. I've
You
never,
got it. Psych.
I don't think I've ever shit on anybody, although I've been asked to.
Yeah,
I've never
I
done
know
it.
that's a big thing.
It is, yeah. I couldn't physically do
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of pressure.
100%.
Yeah.
I can't even poop if I know someone can hear me.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even if we're sharing a hotel room, I'm like, can you fucking leave for
Me too,
like
yeah, straight
10?
up. Yeah, yeah.
Like, just
I leave the
go.
door open. You know.
Do you? You shit with the door open?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I have pictures of him in my bathroom shooting with the door.
Yeah,
open.
we had like an after
with like
party.
an entire party.
Yeah, we had an after
Shoney
party.
like just wants to be a part of the conversation, so he's like squatting with like.
Head out the door.
Yeah,
like,
head out the
what'd you
door.
guys say? You guys talking shit? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. But for the most part.
I mean, have you ever like gotten drunk and like pissed on somebody when you were like passed out or anything like that?
have pissed my pants in a hallway trying to like get into a hotel room for sure. Yeah.
normal? That's normal.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to get to the bathroom and you just
Yeah,
gave up.
my girlfriend was actually in our hotel room and we had been drinking and she had gone up because she had to take a shit. And so she's literally shitting on the toilet and I'm banging on the door and I'm like, oh my God, please fucking let me in. Like, I'm going to piss my pants. She's like, I'm shitting. I'm like, I'm going to piss my fucking pants. And then before I knew it, I was just pissing my fucking pants.
Oh no,
I was like, I
there's
couldn't-
worse.
I
There's
couldn't
nothing
control
worse
it.
than that moment where you know it's gonna come. Like,
Yeah.
like either you're gonna find a bathroom or it's all coming
Yep.
out. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels good. So
Yeah.
you know, like, but it doesn't feel good on your
Yeah.
body, but like the release, you're like, oh, fuck
had
it.
to happen.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Your shoes are filling up. You're like, I don't care. It is what it is, baby.
She finally opens the door and I'm just like covered in my own piss.
There's a
Like,
family of
yeah.
5
Yeah.
checking into the room across the way. They're just like, man, what the fuck is this shit? She's like, what are you gonna do?
Worst trip to Disneyland ever.
That's hilarious. So true though.
Can we call them porn stars? Is it porn stars? What is it? I'm
I
so out
mean,
of date. What
I
is
don't
it?
care if
Workers,
people
sex workers. Do you like that?
I say adult film actress is usually what I
Adult
say, but I
film.
definitely I identify as a sex worker. I identify as like a porn star, so it is whatever it is. But for
So-
me personally, to say to other people what I do, adult film actress seems fitting.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll just say actress.
There you
Do
go.
actresses have like a list of things you do?
Yes.
You do. What is that called? What's that list called?
So I don't know that there's like necessarily a name for it, but we definitely have like a checklist of like what you're, when you first get into porn, they give you a full on checklist of like what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Everything from like, will you do oral? Will you let someone call you derogatory names? Will you suck on toes? Will you lick assholes? Like, it's like broken down for you.
Check. Yeah.
I remember when I first started, though, it was ATM. And I was like, what's ATM mean? You know, I was like, yeah, love cash. Like, I'm totally into that.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Then they were like, ass to mouth. And I was like, I'm going to check
into
off
that
on
too.
That
a bit aggressive. It's a bit aggressive.
It's super aggressive.
Yeah.
And honestly, the great thing about pornography is you don't have to do it, and you can still do it on camera because you can cut, wash his dick, and then come back, and it's the exact same thing. So I don't do it because I'll still do it in a scene. Like, you'll think I did it, but we have cut away. He has washed his cock and come back.
An old boy has to keep that thing hard.
Their job is the hardest fucking job.
No pun intended.
Yes.
Like, dude, if just a whiff of something, I hear a car go by, and I'm like, I don't like Mustangs.
I got Seinfeld going in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, I remember this episode.
Guilty. What? Workaholics is on?
Wait, hold on. How many are using performance-enhancing drugs?
Almost all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say, like, a lot of the new guys will try and, like, oh, I don't need them, blah, blah, blah. But eventually you will, because eventually you'll be put on set with somebody you're so not into, you know, and you still have to fuck them. Yeah. So it really just comes down to
such a hard fucking deal.
Honestly, it sounds the pressure of that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so much.
Like the pressure of keeping a boner with a girl I like is hard enough.
Right.
Now imagine that there's a crew of nothing
Bunch
but
of people,
dudes.
yeah.
It's a crew of dudes who are like telling you what to do. They're moving lighting around, like, and here is this poor guy and I help the guys I like. If I don't like you, you're on your fucking own. But like, in between breaks, like, if I like you, I'll suck your dick, or we'll fuck in between. Like, when they're moving lights, I'm like, do you want to fuck just to keep your dick hard? You know, like, I'll do that for people I like. But if I don't like you,
I thought you were gonna say bring over sandwiches. If I like you, I'll bring over sandwiches, maybe a protein shake. She's like, yeah, we'll fuck in between. I know it's normal in your world. That's shocking.
But that's very interesting. That's why I was like, wow, because I never even thought about that. Like, in between set, we're not recording, but like I'll suck your dick real quick. That's the homie.
Yeah.
You're the homie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not if I don't like you, though. If I don't like you, you're just sitting in this corner stroking.
That's what Schoeny does for the homies too. So,
hey dog, I know we're not in the TTG like studio, but I suck your dick real quick, man. Damn, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So they have to stay hard. Like, I mean, sometimes we're fucking for, a normal scene is 45 minutes. So it's 45 minutes of fucking, but then you have to see, like, sometimes we take breaks and you have to drink water. The crew's got to move shit around. So sex can literally be going on for hours, and he has to keep his dick hard the whole time. And then when we're ready to come, when it's fucking, the producer will go like 1 minute, and he'll literally like wrap it up.
Oh my God.
And you got to come in that 1 fucking minute. Like, it's time.
Well, I've got that on. I can do that.
It's like, coach, sub me in the last minute.
He's got the minute thing down.
I can be the stunt cock any day.
Holy fuck. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the end of the shit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bust your nut.
That's wild.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And you have to remember, you're not even having like normal sex. Porn sex is so far removed from normal sex. For one, it's on everything uncomfortable, like fucking hard ass tables where you're doing these ridiculous poses. Like, you have to have at least 5 sex angles in every scene, so you're constantly moving to something super uncomfortable. Sometimes you have like no room to put your feet anywhere, or like it's so sweaty you're slipping everywhere, or God forbid, like a Nuru scene, it's fucking massage and you're just sliding everywhere. It's so bad, but it's not real sex, and you're worried about positioning, you're worried about opening up, you're worried about how long have I been in this position, you know? So it's so much going on in your brain.
Where the camera is.
Yes.
When you're at home, you don't have that guy under your balls.
Yes. Yes. There is a guy under your balls a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, not even kidding you, so very often behind the men, a guy is right fucking here holding a camera so he can get the POV.
Yeah.
And the guy is just fucking you with another dude right here, like doing this.
I feel this sounds like that Jesus take the wheel drawings.
Yes.
You know, like, he's kind of like hugging you.
It really is. Like, there's been plenty of times where like the guy will get pissed off because like the director will sweat on him, and he's like, dude, you're fucking sweating on me. Like, get the fuck off of me, man. Like, it's happened so many times. Like,
have you seen like fights break out on set, like anything like that, like any like crazy shit, like people getting pissed off?
Honestly, at the end of the day, we got to get the movie made.
Yeah.
So even like the closest fight I've ever been in was probably me and another female performer, and I was like, I'm fucking over this bitch. But our sex scene was like a hate fuck, and I fucking hate fucked her because I was so fucking
They're like, damn,
pissed.
this bitch is good.
Yeah. Like,
that's some method acting right there.
I was like, I for real fucking hate this chick. Like, it was bad.
That probably actually worked out.
Yeah.
Why'd you hate her?
She was just being a super cunt. Like, I was really excited to work with her because she was one of the, like, she got the girl on girl like performer of the year like several times, and I was like so fucking stoked to work with her, you know. And then I got there and I was fangirling her, and she was like couldn't be fucking bothered to like entertain me.
Getting like big time for no reason. Like, why am I getting big time right now? What the fuck are you? Yeah.
And then we got into the room to like have sex, and the producers always say like, what are your yeses and nos? Like, what are you into? What are you not into? So the sex scene looks good, right? And she's like, I just want everybody to have a good time. And I was like, fuck you.
What is this, an after school special?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, what is this fucking Sunday church? Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, if you wanted to have everybody to have a good fucking time, you wouldn't have been a cunt to me for the last few hours downstairs. I was like, I've been trying to be so fucking nice to you, and you've been nothing but a fucking bitch to me. And like the whole, like everybody in the room was like, are we gonna
and action?
Yeah,
oh, you said
like,
that out loud.
Oh,
I thought you were
in front of
thinking
everybody. Yeah, I was so over it.
Now I see why these mommy scenes work. You saw how worked up she got? She's like, dude, suck these titties.
I was ready to
yes,
kill
ma'am.
her.
Like, holy shit.
The producer was like, can we shoot the scene? And I was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, can you shoot the scene? He was like, she's like, I could do it. And he was like, it's a hate fucking scene, Sylvia. I was like, fucking down. Turn on the camera. I was like, bah, throw the bitch down.
I would like to respectfully request the URL to this video. I need to watch this. This is like reality TV meets porn. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think we can link to that in the YouTube.
No.
We'll put
Discord.
it on IG.
Discord for sure. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, but other than that, people really just want to get the movie made, and everybody wants to go home. Do you know what I'm saying? So the longer you're drawing shit out on set, everybody's just like over it. Like, for one, people can only be on for so fucking long, and then like. Especially my personality, like I've got a good 3 hours of like being entertainable, and then after that I get a little bitchy, you know, like I need a joint, you know, I need something else. I realize that I'm not a good like sober person, like I need a reward system, like so I cannot be.
I mean,
sober
you're getting
for
dick
long.
down. Like, what? Is there any more reward than that? Come on, Sylvia.
It's not the same though.
Yeah,
it's just not the
It's
same.
work. It's work.
It
It's
truly
not.
is. Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off, you know, just like bouncing up and down
the way
on this
you
cock.
explain it just does not sound like you. I mean, I guess I already knew this, but it doesn't sound like what I would expect. It's way more work than than you think.
It is so corporate. It is crazy. That's why I think so many adult actors like myself love OnlyFans, is because on OnlyFans I do whatever I want to fucking do. Like nobody's telling me where I have to take the cum shot. Like I fucking hate people coming on my face, but you will see me getting cum on my face thousands of fucking times because I'm getting paid to do it by a studio. You know, like I think it's so disrespectful. I fucking hate it. And when I'm on my shit, I'm like, you're going to come on my tits. You're going to come on my ass. You're going to come on my stomach. Like, not on my fucking face, you know? So, and it's actual sex when you're fucking for your OnlyFans. At least mine is. And as opposed to that, it's like camera angles and all sorts of bullshit. I hire a camera person when I do my OnlyFans, and I tell them, like, get up there. Like, you know, get in and get the good stuff. But at the same time, like, I'm going to enjoy this.
Right. Can we have a OnlyFans link in the YouTube description?
No, you can't.
Okay. All right, just make sure.
No.
Trying to help you out.
What is your OnlyFans for the
OnlyFans.com/Silvia Saige XXX.
Nice. We'll put that in the Discord. Faux show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they'll be all over it. Yeah, our Discord savages.
Yeah.
They'll be all over it. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Back to
you'll be rating a few of their dicks in no time.
Oh, yeah. 100 dicks are incoming.
I actually love cock rating.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go home and ask my girl, hey, can I send Sylvia a picture of my cock? She'll probably be like, all right, let's see what she says.
Take note of the finger tattoos.
Yeah, it's all like under a weird name.
Not Schoeny.
Not Schoeny.
Going back to when you're talking about how the male actors have to like perform, I I think it's funny because it just goes to show you how everyone's like, yeah, fucking I would be a porn star. I'd love to fuck. And it's like they don't realize. People don't realize. Dude. Same thing with DJs. Like, oh, you just fucking go out like play music for people. It's a whole different world.
That's why I honestly, we have so few guys working in porn. And I tell people that all the time because guys will be like, oh, I want to get in porn. I'm like, fucking do it. Because I've been fucking the same dudes for fucking years. Like, it's crazy. There's like maybe 10 dudes that work in porn. Yeah. And that's, yes, I'm not even kidding you.
Keeping your dick hard like that
it's so easy. Few men.
I had a friend who tried out for it and he...
Fail.
Yeah, he was like, basically, they try to see if you can keep your dick hard for like however long.
They give you 2 scenes. Yeah. And if you can't do it in 2 scenes, you're out of the industry.
And this guy's like,
they don't fuck around.
And this is the kind of guy who would like go to swinger parties and shit like that. Yeah. Like he was not shy at all about this. And he like,
but he's like, yeah,
I just couldn't keep my dick hard. Like that
it makes sense though. Like if you're like not even just in the porn thing, but if you're on any other movie and you're filming and you don't get the lines right and it's 2 days in a row, it's like, dude, we're done.
We're done. Yeah.
Like, we got to move on. Like there's costing money here, you know.
Sometimes because like I'm with an agency, and so sometimes if a new guy comes in, the agent will call up big girls like myself, not like. You know, bigger names.
Hold on.
But so they'll ask me to like literally like test them out before they go to a scene. They're like, will you just try and do some content with them? And that's usually like a try. And I'm like, yeah, they did pretty good at content. Then they'll send them to a scene. But they get 2 scenes. And if you don't do well, you never work in porn again.
Wow, that's wild.
I mean, it makes sense.
My dick is shrinking. I'm just thinking about that.
Wiener inside my body with the balls.
So much is all. I'm getting a vagina immediately.
Does your agency have any say on your OnlyFans?
No.
No? Okay.
None whatsoever. It's run completely by me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like, because I know like music agencies and DJs, you can't just like go out and do your own thing. If you're doing the same type of thing that they're hiring, like getting you hired for. Oh, okay, good.
So I will say some, like when you go on set, some of the production crews won't let you film like OnlyFans stuff while you're on set because they're paying you to be there. And they're like, I don't want you filming your own shit.
Naturally.
Greedy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
To me, that makes sense. That makes sense though. Like I'm paying for this
They're
time.
paying for their time though. So that's it. And you only get space. I mean, we rent houses. So you're literally paying by the hour to rent this space. You're paying your camera people by the hour.
Airbnb style? Like how do they even get these spots?
Some are. Yeah. But it's super illegal to do it on Airbnb. And if you get caught, you can get in a lot of legal trouble. You got to take all the videos down. Like it's a whole thing. But
I saw that with the
it happens.
I think it was Adam 22 or whatever with Lena the Plug. I think I was watching some like short clip. And he was saying he fucked up and he posted like a picture from the house.
Yep.
And then the owner, but it was some spot in Beverly Hills. And then the owner saw the picture because he follows him. Yeah. And they had to take everything down.
I'd be using that shit as marketing. Like, yo, we had porn films.
I mean, look. I have nothing. I don't care about porn at all. But at the same time, in my house, like I don't know what's going on here. Yeah.
I shoot in my house, but like
but you're there though.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like people have asked me because I have a nice place and people are like, oh, can we shoot porn here? I'm like, absolutely not. Because I know what y'all are going to do and I got nice shit. So I'm like, I know I won't fuck up my shit, but I don't trust other people in my house.
I don't want to rope all over my couch.
Yeah.
If you ever need to shoot a rundown beach apartment scene.
Oh my God.
I've got you.
But honestly, we rent the same, like there's like 5 mansions that like are in and around the city, a bunch in Calabasas, and we rent those mansions, but they all have so many rooms in them that you just reuse the same rooms over and over. They're called porn houses, and we all know where all of them are, and you go to them all the fucking time. They all have nicknames, like you all like you'll be like, oh, is that fucking Jay's house? Yeah, it's Jay's house. Or is that like you know, is that
and
the
owner
pool house?
Probably know it's like
they all know. There's one house I love. She's got this mansion in Calabasas, actually, and she will always be there when the crew gets there at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever it is.
She's at the craft table,
She's setting things up for you. You'll get there, and she's like, oh, hi, sweetie, I remember you. She's like, do you want some tea? I'm making breakfast. Like,
she'll what a sweetheart.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You gotta imagine there's some like wealthy old ladies that are out there that just want some attention, some company, you know?
Yes, that's
You're providing a service, actually.
Yes.
Put grandma's titty in your mouth, sweetie. Sorry, I had to do it.
And they know what's going on there, and they totally get it, you know? Like, honestly, at the end of the day, they're probably making bank, especially these houses that we use every fucking day. You know?
A few $1,000s, but 10 times a month. I mean, this shit builds up real quick. Yeah.
And these people are so rich; they have their houses paid off. You know, so it's like there's just extra cash in their pocket.
Yeah, just more to fucking light up on fire.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I can't blame them. I'd do it if I could.
Yeah. If I had a big ass mansion, because some of us will, like, some of the houses will even say, like, not my personal bedroom, like, don't shoot in the bedroom, don't shoot in this room.
Which
and then
is
they
fair.
just give us, they give us all the other rooms, you know, so.
I guess that would kind of
only
bug me a little bit. Like, at first I was like, I don't care if I'm making money, people fucking my house. And then I'm like, me and my girl having like movie night, and I go to press the remote, and the remote button's stuck.
You also have to think
like
of how dirty porn gets too, though. There's so much like spit and fucking lube and all these extra fluids. Like, I did one fucking orgy in my whole life, and like my OCD like could not handle it. Like, there's just so much shit going on. Like, you don't even want to think about those couches. Like, they're just covered in nasty shit. Like, sweat and fluid and fucking it's so gross.
Well, there goes my bone.
It started coming back. It's gone now. I have a question for you. This is for my girlfriend. How has your work affected your personal love life? You probably get this question sometimes.
I do get a lot. I think it affected it greatly for a really long time. I am dating somebody now, but here's the deal. He's not American, so anyone outside of America doesn't really have the same like down look
stuff.
On sexuality, and he's much older, and he's so secure in like his manhood. Like, he knows that like he is who I want to fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I get paid to have sex with these people, but I'm fucking you for free. So I think like his masculinity can like handle what's happening, but it definitely stunts it. I mean, I've been on several dates through the years. I mean, I've been in porn for 8 years, so I've tried going on regular dates and being around people, but there's always that weird stigma. I remember one guy I dated, I came home from not home. Like, I went to his place after a scene, and he wouldn't kiss me. And he was like, I'm sorry, it's just weird. I just know you've been sucking dick. And I was like, but I also...
Hey, man, give the guy a break.
But also, I've taken a shower. I've brushed my teeth. I've done all the things. Like, I've been sucking dick for fucking 25 years. Like, it's, I'm still the same person.
Some guys act like every woman they date, it's like the first time she's done everything. It's
well, my girl, it was her first time. So, I definitely took her virginity. I mean, I see
where you raised her. So.
Alex.
I see nothing wrong with it. We were not related.
So that's good. It seems like it's separate, and as long as you find like a guy that like you have right now that doesn't.
Yeah,
give a fuck.
I think you just have to be super secure in like what we have, and like honestly, as much as I truly, truly love sex, like I think I'm so addicted. Like, I'm totally in. I'm about it. But it's just, porn sex is so far removed from what that is. Like, honestly, people are like, oh, can you like turn it on and turn it off? I'm like, it's a difference between pleasure and pain. Like, it truly is.
It's like you compartmillize like everything anyway.
Yeah. And I also know like I'm getting a paycheck,
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm a fucking actress.
You are 100%.
Would you say it's more difficult to get in front of people and fuck, or get in front of people and do comedy?
Comedy, 110%, mainly because I come in as a female comic. That's hard enough. And then I come in as a porn star comic. That is like a double blow of like, there's no way she's going to be funny. Mm-hmm. So I have got to like really step up my shit. Like, I spend so much time like writing and perfecting and practicing. Like, people have no idea. I hire writers to like come and like help me punch shit up at the end of the day. Like, I work really hard at being funny because I feel like I'm like looked down upon in the comedy world so bad. Mm-hmm. But that, to me, it's like I got to prove myself. And on a
that
porn
probably makes
set,
you way better too.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
It ends up making you way better.
100% it makes me way better. Yeah. Like, I already know people are like, oh, she's going to suck. And I'm like, watch this.
Yeah, and then when you get the whole room going, it's like, fuck, look at me.
Yeah.
Do a lot of male comedians feel like you're jumping the line kind of thing because you've already got a following?
I think people thought that in the beginning because I did get big rooms right off the bat. I mean, I was still in Vegas doing doing open mics, doing 5-minute open mics. And I got a call from the Improv to basically have the weekend. And they were like, whatever you want to do, headline, feature, host, like make your own show. And they were like, we just want you here. Wow. They had heard me on the radio and called me up to do this stage, and I was not ready for it.
Oh shit, I didn't think about this part.
Yeah. I ended up hosting the show, and I paid a feature, or not paid, they paid, but I booked a feature and booked a headliner because I knew I couldn't do it. I didn't have that kind of material.
Dude, that's a good call.
That's smart.
That's super.
That's good business right there.
Well,
really
and
smart.
I didn't want to get up there and like embarrass myself either, So, but it has made me work a lot harder. And I think now, because I'm 10-year comic at this point, so I think now people see the fact that I do put in the work, and anyone who has seen me do comedy is like respect, So at this point, the word has kind of traveled enough that people know that I'm a decent comic. I don't think I'm the best comic in the world, but I think that I'm definitely at my stride. 10-year in comedy is like when you finally get your
that's huge.
Your place.
That's a long time. Yeah. Doing hundreds or excuse me, thousands of hours of anything, you get good at it no matter.
Plus, I think the comedy scene right now, I could be wrong, I don't know much about comedy, but from what I've seen, the whole like you're in another industry and you come into comedy and people, it used to be like people look at you like, oh, but I feel like a lot of people are doing that,
It's
a lot of Joe Rogan.
Upon,
is it really?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of like the Joe Rogan, his friends, they did other things and now they're comics. They were on a show and now they do comedy. Those guys are funny, but it is still looked.
It's still looked down upon because I feel like comics have a big stigma on like if you're not pushing the pavement, doing like 5 shows like a week, they're like you're not a real comic. Yeah. And I have never done 5 shows a week because I've always been so fucking busy shooting and doing whatever, doing my podcast, doing all the things. So I do a couple nights a week, and people for the longest time were like, "Oh, you're not a real comic. We don't see you at the clubs every night." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "No, you don't see me at the clubs every night because I'm booking real stages and I'm getting paid to do fucking headlining spots."
It is kind of like,
I love that.
It's true. That's awesome.
I love it.
I mean, it is kind of like an old boys club, pretty much, right?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. But you know what? Honestly, because I do have some recognition from some of the big boys, like now people are like, okay, like, I've got like Russell Peters who's like promoting my shit,
he's awesome.
Yeah, and people are like, okay, like if he thinks she's funny, then like she must be funny.
He was one of our first big follows. Back in the day, Russell Peters, and I sent him a bunch of t-shirts.
So much.
Shit, I forgot about that.
I remember that.
I sent him a bunch of t-shirts.
Holy shit, I completely forgot about
100% he never got them. I mean, I sent them, but he never got him.
He would probably come and do your show. He's the most down-to-earth person I've ever fucking met in my life.
We should reach
out.
So
chill.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
We should probably change this table, though.
We need a table for Russell for sure.
This is our Amazon table. This is the saddest shit in our studio.
Sylvia asked, she's like, "Do you need like a thing for the coaster for the table?" I was like, "We drilled holes in it."
Because it's wood. I didn't want to like sit it down.
I'm breaking this motherfucker on the 200th episode.
He's gonna dive.
I'm gonna dive on that bitch. I'm probably gonna stab myself with something, but
yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah, there's a couple bolts that are hanging out there.
Oh
we
no!
We put this together ourselves. It's not.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we? What time are we at?
Oh, we're only at 32 minutes.
Fuck.
No, I want to chill. This is fun. We're at an hour 6.
Hour 6. All right.
Well, before we leave, drop all your social media, your Instagram, your OnlyFans, all that.
For sure. So my Instagram is the Silvia Saige, and it's spelled SilviaSaige. SilviaSageComedy.com is my website. My OnlyFans, Silvia Saige XXX. And you can find my podcast called Sexy Funny Raw. It's a sex education podcast where we have porn stars and comics and an actual real physician doctor who like gives us real sex advice. So it's awesome.
Dude,
and
that's legit.
Very,
what's his name? What's his name?
Dr. Eddie.
Dr. Eddie, okay.
Yeah.
He's a legit doctor, right?
Yeah, he is. So he's giving like us actual like sex facts. It's awesome. So,
it's pretty interesting. I checked out a couple of episodes.
Easy these days.
So take his advice, not ours.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I grew up with fucking Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, so I'm kind of fucked up.
But that was like, I mean, not similar, but like kind of,
But we get the real like shit, and he teaches me stuff all the time. Like I worked in the medical field prior to getting into porn, and then I worked in the porn industry for 8 years, and I'm still getting schooled by him, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's perfect.
Like I am not doing well. But yeah, that's on YouTube, Sexy Funny Raw, and all streaming platforms.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Cool.
This was super
and
fucking fun.
Upcoming shows?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So July 21st, I'm headlining in Kansas City at the Improv. And on July 24th, I'm headlining in St. Louis at the something.
This is your homecoming show. Come on.
I'd have to look on my comedy website to tell you. But you can look, and it's in St. Louis.
Boom.
That's cool.
All right.
But thank you so much.
Yeah,
This is
thank you.
super
Thank
fun.
you guys.
Yeah, good
Appreciate
vibes. Thank
Next
you.
time you're in San Diego, definitely come by. I'm sure everyone
For
would love
sure.
to see you again.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Say hello.
awesome. Let's get out of here, guys.
Peace.